The Hill became a popular place early on for the city's economic and cultural elite to build their mansions. And who could blame them, with amazing views of Elliott Bay and Mount Rainier and pretty much all of Seattle. Just down the hill from the beautiful mansions, you'll find Queen Anne Avenue. This place is loaded with trendy boutique shops, bookstores, restaurants, all kinds of cool things to check out, including Kid Valley Burgers and Shakes, Peso's Mexican Restaurant and Lounge, Monkey Love Rubber Stamps, Cafe Ladro, T.S. McHugh's, Twice Sold Tales Used Bookstore, Underdog Records, Dick's Hamburgers, and Blue Water Taco Grill. As you can see, there are a ton of great little restaurants and shops all over Queen Anne. Now, just a short walk or bus ride south is Seattle Center, and that's our next stop. Now, when you think of Seattle, you think about the iconic Space Needle, of course. It was built in 1962 for the World's Fair. Now, it's located right here in Seattle Center, but what you may not know, there are a ton of other really cool attractions and museums to see here in Seattle Center. Like the Experience Music Project, the Pacific Science Center, Fun Forest, the Children's Museum, many theaters, including Seattle Repertory Theater, and the Seattle Center Monorail, which just so happens to take you into the heart of the shopping district, our next stop. So I just stepped off the monorail and it dropped me off right here in the heart of Seattle's shopping district. Now, you can also take an easy cab or bus ride to get here as well. Now, obviously the shopping district is loaded with just amazing shops, but what you may not know is that it's also loaded with plenty of fantastic restaurants. So spend the entire day shopping here in Seattle and then end the day with a phenomenal meal. So now you've experienced Seattle's shopping district, but no visit to Seattle would be complete without a visit to Pike Place Market. So I'm going to hop on one of the downtown buses, which happen to be free, by the way, and head over there right now. Pike Place Market is one of the most vibrant and unique public markets in the whole country. Wander past stalls of fresh-cut flowers, browse the bounty of locally grown fruits, vegetables, original artwork, and handmade goods. Watch a local fishmonger toss the catch of the day, and stop by what used to be the only Starbucks in the entire world. The market is literally a feast for your senses, and you're going to want to spend more than a few hours here to experience what everybody calls the soul of Seattle. Just west of downtown lies Seattle's waterfront, arguably one of the most magnificent and awe-inspiring seaports in the world. Now, the waterfront runs the entire length of downtown and provides access to ferries and cruise ships and maritime attractions and businesses. One of those attractions? Bell Street Pier. Bell Street Pier offers 11 acres of incredible waterfront plazas and restaurants, a pleasure craft marina, and the Odyssey Maritime Discovery Center. For sweeping vistas of Puget Sound, the Olympic and Cascade Mountains, and the Seattle skyline, hop on board a Washington State ferry. Or if you want to stay on dry land, take the free bus ride north to Olympic Sculpture Park. Opened in 2007, the park is backdropped by the Space Needle in downtown on one side and Elliott Bay and the Olympic Mountains on the other. The park consists of 8.5 acres and features contemporary pieces, various ecosystems with plants indigenous to the Pacific Northwest, and a restored seawall and beach. Unlike other such parks in the U.S., Olympic Sculpture Park is unwalled and admission is free. Belltown is Seattle's most densely populated neighborhood. It's located right here on the city's waterfront, and it used to be a low-rent, semi-industrial arts district. Today, however, Belltown is transformed into a neighborhood full of trendy restaurants, nightclubs, and boutiques, and residential towers that the city's uber-hip young professionals like to call home. Now, if that many people want to live in Belltown, you know it's got to be a cool place to visit. South Lake Union is a lively, up-and-coming area that's gaining popularity thanks in part to the new Seattle streetcar line. It has the energy of an urban environment and the beauty of a lakefront setting. Here you'll find REI's flagship superstore, kayak rentals, the center for wooden boats, and even flight seeing opportunities by float plane. And if you're looking to dine sitting up close and personal with the boats in the marina, well, look no further, as South Lake Union has many restaurants that provide this exact opportunity. Ballard is one of Seattle's oldest neighborhoods. Its Scandinavian roots offer up creative boutiques and gourmet bistros right here on tree-lined Ballard Avenue. It's also considered one of Seattle's hippest neighborhoods, and it's able to maintain its urban yet historic roots right here set along beautiful Salmon Bay and Puget Sound. Also in Ballard, you'll find the Hiram M. Chittenden Locks, commonly referred to as the Ballard Locks. Now, locals and tourists alike love coming here to watch the parade of tugboats, sailboats, and fishing vessels that make their way through the locks to and from the salty waters of Puget Sound. Equally mesmerizing is the fish ladder with its underwater viewing windows. Now here you can actually get eye to eye with salmon and steelhead as they work their way upstream back to their natural spawning grounds. Fremont is an eclectic and playful neighborhood, fond of art and fun. I mean, where else can you find an enormous linen replica, an 18-foot bridge-hiding troll, and a funky 1950s rocket, all living within the same few blocks? Just take a short trip north of downtown and come find out why Fremont's unofficial slogan is Deliberatus Quercus, free to be peculiar. Nearby Fremont, you'll find Gasworks Park. Now, this 20-acre point here on Lake Union is the perfect place for a walk with the family or an afternoon picnic. And with this amazing view of the Seattle skyline, you do not want to forget your camera. The University District, commonly referred to as the U District, is just northeast of downtown and is home to the University of Washington. This relaxed and youthful area has plenty of pubs, cafes, restaurants, and shopping opportunities to take advantage of. The university's gorgeous grounds and historic buildings make this a must-see for any fan of art or architecture. There's no Capitol on Capitol Hill, despite the dreams of early Seattle leaders. However, you'll not find a more active sidewalk scene anywhere, day or night. It offers Seattle's most diverse population, and it's considered one of the birthplaces of the country's grunge music movement scene, and is still considered Seattle's hub of independent music. On Broadway and here on 15th, you'll find taverns, bars, restaurants, and shops from around the world. And on your trip up the hill, be sure to stop by Louisa Bourne Lookout for an amazing view of the Cascade Mountains and Lake Washington. Take a stroll down to Pioneer Square here in the southwest corner of downtown. Now, this is Seattle's oldest neighborhood and is considered a historic district. There are over 20 square blocks of historic buildings, over 30 art galleries, some fantastic restaurants, and it's considered the hub of Seattle's nightlife scene. Pioneer Square is a diverse and spirited neighborhood full of tree-lined streets and artistic flair. The famous underground tour can take you on a trip back in time to view the old city that lies beneath these Seattle streets. Smith Tower, which overlooks the square, was the tallest building west of the Mississippi when it was completed in 1914. Today, it still offers you one of the best views of the city from its observation deck. And if you're looking to take a break from all the sightseeing and you just need a little tranquility, be sure to stop by the Waterfall Garden Park and enjoy a nice cup of coffee. All this and more you'll find in Pioneer Square. Soto was originally named for being south of the Kingdome, but since the stadium's demolition in 2000, the name has been rebranded to mean south of downtown. The area extends just a bit further north to include Seattle's Stadium District of Quest Field and Safeco Field. So if you're in town and you're looking to catch a game either at the stadiums or in a really cool sports bar, be sure to check out Soto. Right across Elliott Bay from downtown Seattle, you'll find West Seattle. Although it's a little harder to get to, as a matter of fact, probably the only way you're going to make it out here is by taking a cab, it is well worth it, if just to see Alki Beach. Look at that beautiful view. You know the other reason to come out here to West Seattle? this amazing view of the Seattle skyline. What a great place to be to watch the sun set and wrap up your day here in Seattle.